Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It is the morning after, and we are inside the SWBC podcast studio here at the beautiful Star in Frisco. Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola. After a Sunday night loss to the Minnesota Vikings, 3 games left in this season. I've billed it as the 12 days of Christmas for this team. Yesterday was day number 1 of the 12 days of Christmas. 3 games in 12 days leading up to Christmas Day, and we'll all have a Merry Christmas. And the Grinch stole Christmas on Sunday night at AT&T Stadium.
There was not a partridge in the pear
No,
tree.
but there was a purple partridge in the pear tree. And
what did they say? There was coal instead of candy.
that's exactly right.
Yes, coal.
So
Whatever analogy you want to make.
we're here to pick up the
Wasn't good.
pieces. And we could start any number of places, but even around the league, it wasn't just the Cowboys. There are other organizations that it's a very blue Monday.
Man,
In Kansas
in
City,
so many
in
ways.
Green Bay, and
Cincinnati.
well, it's been
It's been over, but now it's mathematically over.
yeah, and it's not mathematically over here yet. But
No, by
And I
golly.
hate that. I hate that, man, because now we're still holding out.
you'd rather just go ahead and be
Let's
mathematically
just be
eliminated.
done with it, man. Let's just see what we got going on for next year. I still want to win every game. I want to spoil everybody's party. Whoever thinks they're going to come in here and try to go through the Cowboys on the way to the playoffs.
And I want to find out who wants to be here next year.
Mm-hmm.
The next
There
3
you go.
years.
There you go.
So do they.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking driving in.
A lot of young guys may get opportunities.
Now we're
too.
going to find out who wants to be here next year.
And there's still the same thing about '94. Having that flag and things of that nature. I think that's still something that they should live on for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is part of their fabric right now.
Yep,
and
that's
I
right.
think it should remain
Foundation
I think it should remain that because it really has brought them together as people, which is very unique nowadays in these professional sports organizations.
All right. Well, let's talk about what happened last night. Mickey, where do you start?
Look at the look on Mickey's face.
Well, it's a deep subject that he just asked, right?
How long did Schottenheimer talk after the game last night? It seemed to go for a good while.
I can tell.
We don't have to.
Out.
I mean specifics.
Well, I want to say I thought I saw 30 minutes.
Yeah,
because I was recording it.
Why is that unusual?
Yeah, I mean,
it's usually
especially
like
after a loss.
20 minutes. He's out of
And,
there.
but he was, and he's always done that. Takes every question, and there's a maturity about him, and
A little contemplation.
yeah,
And
Oh, unfortunately, I forgot to turn my recorder off. It says
It's still going.
188 minutes.
thanks for that.
that shows how distraught Mickey was.
I want to say it was. I want to say it was like 30 minutes. I mean,
That's very unusual for a
sat
post-game
there
press
and
conference,
answered.
even after a win. That's very unusual.
Well,
I just know I was getting ready for my show. We were on late last night, and I was listening to Schottenheimer, doing other things, getting ready for the show, and then I'd leave, and I'd come back, and he's still talking.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering why, when I was in the press box writing, and I looked at my clock, and it was like 1:30, and I said, "Why is it so late?" But the game ended at 10:30.
Yeah.
He must have gone 11:15 or something by the time he got in there. But I thought
he
was,
explained things very well.
awfully well
Yeah.
and took responsibility. The 2 things that stuck out to me was early he said we just didn't play very well. And to me, that interpreted it as they just weren't good enough.
Right.
And then the second thing he said, Brian Flores did a better job than I did.
And that's what
And
I figured he would point that out.
That was the game.
And I knew he would be man enough to point that out.
I mean,
that was one of the first things he pointed out.
Yeah.
My column's not up yet, but I basically said they blitzed the Cowboys into submission, not only in the game but the season.
Yeah.
And Dak was the same way, talking about their zero coverage, and that was what we talked about coming in, and we didn't have answers for it.
Well,
we weren't able to beat it.
I got some next-gen stats for you on that.
Okay.
So he ended up being like 23 of 38 for 294 yards somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Well, some of that came on that last drive.
Right.
After
No, he was
20.
not much of it.
They pressured him.
I mean,
they pressured
60 yards,
him.
Yeah.
They pressured him 21 times, so it would have been 40 dropbacks if you count the 2 sacks. 51.2%. They blitzed 46.3%. So that's right at 19. And yet he threw for that many yards.
And I think on the season, Flores' defense blitzes 48% of the time. So he's right at
So
the
they were
season.
prepared for
And I
yeah.
had
They
found
knew what
out-
they were going to do. They just didn't have the answers.
I found out Friday in the locker room, guys were talking and got pointed out that when he was the coach at Miami, he blitzed Lamar Jackson when they were playing Baltimore 28 times.
Yeah.
Just kept going. And the Cowboys never did anything to discourage him from continuing the blitzes.
I thought they did
A couple times.
the running game.
The running
Yeah.
The running game.
They hit some runs.
They
They
hit some
needed
runs.
to keep doing it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then you're down to, one running back? You lose 2 of them. Javonte Williams did come back. They lost Lipke.
Came back with a vengeance to start the second half. I mean, explosive run after
And
explosive
Lipke wasn't
run.
messing around either now.
And then he got
Whatever
a
happened at
concussion.
halftime worked for him.
And then Lipke suffers the concussion. He's out.
Oh, he had a concussion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was running well.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And because they were bringing him in on 3rd down to help with blitz pickup.
You can see that, yeah.
And then they said, well, let's just
They sat him like right in between the center and the guard.
Yeah. They've done that
I've
several
never
times.
have that.
They've done it, yes. Almost like he was a tight end the way he lined up.
But the problem wasn't in the middle. The problem was the guys coming from the outside.
Right, and they didn't chip enough, or they didn't use the tight ends enough, but they couldn't discourage them from continue. And, when I think of a blitz, it's like, well, the safety came, right? Well, they were sending the safety, the linebacker, so now that's 6. And now 2 linebackers,
And then
that's
the
7.
safety's running back.
Yeah,
Right.
In the middle of the field.
And at one
times,
time,
yeah.
they had 8 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, many times.
And they all came.
yeah.
Now, a couple of times
or
they
3 of them will
dropped off.
drop. Yeah. And you don't know which 3 are going to drop.
Right. And so that was him. That's what Dak explained to me on Friday. It's like you think you know, and then it's the guys they drop off confuses what you got to do. And they were talking about, but we got rules to do this and do that. Well, they just overwhelmed them.
And that wasn't just the rush. It was the coverage.
Yeah.
Because, Dak will throw it in there. I mean, he's going to give you a chance. But he didn't even want to give him a chance this time. It was that tight on the window. And you usually see Dak, I'm going to try you.
Right.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's Florida or I don't care if it's CD. I'm going to try you. And he was like Mahomes was against us. He kept wanting to pull the trigger and he wouldn't. And that's 2 smart quarterbacks that decided not to do something. So you're not open as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
and here's my thing about how Shady could have attacked that. And, we got all kind of ways to do it. But when you have 0 coverage back there or even just 1 high, you got to run rub routes. They do it to us all the time. You run the receivers, you run the DBs into each other, you make them try and work their way around it in the midst of making a play or trying to make a play. And I didn't think we went deep enough. I know that the blitzes are coming, but then I'm going to throw it up to you. You need to win at the line of scrimmage, and I'm going to throw it up to you. And we didn't do any of that.
They didn't attack the middle of the field.
Not at all.
Right, the tight end, but the tight ends were probably trying to block. He got hit 11 times, and they had 5 passes defense.
Sounds like last week.
So to me, when you have that many passes defense, then your guys aren't that open.
Right.
That's right. You're trying to fit one
That's
in.
right. You're trying to fit it in, and he will try it.
And the way they played their defense, they were making sure that they were funneling guys.
Well, we kept the route short. And
Right.
see, that's the thing we were doing 2 years ago when we lost to Green Bay. After a while, you have to say, you know what, man on man. And we have the 2 guys to do that. We have 3. I like Flournoy against anybody.
Yeah.
And so let's send them towards the middle of the field. Let's test the outside. And we were just so conservative in that regards. And I don't know where that came from because we haven't been conservative throughout our entire stretch of these needed games. And that just disappointed me so much.
And they weren't conservative to start the game on the first possession, right? You have a fake field goal.
That was nice.
Right?
That was nice. I like that.
And then
I just love the nonchalant flip over the shoulder.
That's pretty smooth.
for some reason I thought
No look pass.
I thought he had bounced it to him like a basketball.
Yes, but it was
pass.
like a basketball
Right?
play. You coming across the screen, I screen your man. There you go, buddy.
Flip it over.
That was sweet.
And even at that, they go for it at 4th and 1. They go for it at the goal line. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I don't want field goals, right? I want touchdowns.
And eventually they still had us settling field goals.
Actually, if you count the fake, they were in 7 field goal situations.
Yes.
They made 4 of 6. And I decided that, I always say the more field goals you kick, the closer you are to losing. Now I got to make an addendum. The more you miss, the closer you are to losing.
No. The more your kicker kicks, his leg gets tired. That's what happens.
That's only
Or he gets tired from running the football.
That did it.
or covering kickoff.
Now he sees what it is to be a multitasker.
Right, he had to make a tackle last week on the kickoff
He's
coverage.
like, hold up, wait a
Which,
minute.
by the way, the coverage improved, didn't it?
It did. No, everything about special teams.
They made a priority because I saw the itinerary we get. There were 3 special teams meetings between Saturday and Sunday, and they were highlighted. Like, better be there, right? And the coverage, I don't know if they got past the 30-yard line.
Well. No,
right?
they made adjustments. They made adjustments. They did a good job.
And I saw where quite a bit some of the starters were actually playing on special teams.
Oh.
Yeah. So that improved. Now, the kicks he missed, 51, 59, he pushed them both to the right.
Both to the right.
I don't know why on the first one when I was writing it down, he's going to attempt, and I'm going, oh, he's going to miss. I just said he's going to miss. And I watch him warm. I don't know why I watch him warm up because he hits everything.
Yeah.
He hits everything. It's
Same thing yesterday?
So yesterday, when that fake took place, I just assumed, okay, I'm writing down made, right? And then they faked it. But yeah, yesterday, and he warmed up great yesterday. But at some point, you're human.
And that's the thing about this importance of this stretch. We talk about referees; they're going to let you down. Something's going to let you down.
Like the whole.
We need everything to be almost perfect.
Yeah.
And it's hard for perfection to sneak in, to be perfect. Obviously, be 100%, but to be flawless, you're only going to be flawless on 80% of your plays. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
And Schottenheimer emphasized a couple times that they just weren't good enough on 3rd down. Well, they converted a season low 2 of 12.
2 of 12.
16%.
Yeah.
But there was a reason why, because those 3rd downs were long. They weren't doing enough consistently on 1st and 2nd. Because they only converted 2 of 9, right? And that guy.
But they converted on 4th down.
Yes,
and the
they
Cowboys
did.
had 4th down conversions
They did
too,
2
including
of
1
4.
And they were willing to go down the field in one-on-one situations. They tested our corners.
If I told you
went
you
after
were
these
going to
young
hold
boys.
Big 4th and 3 downfield that beat Rebel.
I thought the Carson one hurt us
Carson
well.
one hurt bad.
Yeah.
If I had told you Justin Jefferson, all I can remember is watching LSU play, and it's touchdown, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Right? 2 catches for 22 yards. You'd take it.
Yeah.
You're going, oh, we're going to win, right?
Yeah, but
you didn't know
you give up a touchdown to some other
Naylor
guy.
guy's
Right.
going to step up. I didn't even know he was on.
Also LSU, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. They're known for their wide receivers.
But they just gave up too many explosive plays.
There's a point to where either it's going to click or not, and ours did not, because it wasn't just one thing. It was a plethora of things that we could have looked at, several that we talked about, but also just the penalties in crucial situations that could have helped us. And when I say crucial situations, I don't know how many penalties we had.
Not many.
But they were bad. The kickoff return.
Where you're talking about the C.J. Goodwin, the hold.
The hold.
C.J. Goodwin. By the way, before he gets too far away, Naylor went to Michigan State. But it was, and on that kickoff return, were you there when Cavante was talking about?
No, I wasn't.
During the week leading up to the game, talking about, well, we need to start holding like the other teams hold.
Right.
Well, there you go.
You know what? Goodwin told me the same thing.
There you go.
He goes, they got away with so many holds, and he was talking to the previous
Detroit
game.
or whoever.
Detroit, yeah. And then they get called for holding.
Yeah, well, see,
he was what?
You can't depend on
40,
once again. You can't depend on referees. They will let you down.
40 or 35-yard line, wherever he was. Yeah.
We had a couple of big plays off.
Seven penalties.
Mm-hmm. But they were just at such inopportune times.
Right.
And we don't have room for error. We didn't have it. Not only just in the season itself, but you can break it down to almost every play. We just don't need it.
Well, on the goal line, when they got called for illegal touching or whatever, they had stopped them, right? They showed the replay, and they called it on Murray, and I watched it.
It wasn't.
He didn't touch anybody. They
It
must have
was
called
Rebel,
the wrong
I think.
guy.
I think
right?
then
back
on
of the
TV
end
they
zone.
showed a replay, and it looked like it was Rebel
Back of the
instead.
red zone. Yeah.
But once again, was he still in the pocket? Because he came out of that pocket fast.
Right. And they emphasized
he came out real
while
fast.
the quarterback was in the pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have looked at it. But it didn't happen that fast. He didn't hold him until he went to the back of the end zone.
Right.
And by that time, he's already scrambled out. The quarterback had already scrambled out of the pocket.
And they were so close, 5 yards, that gets you halfway into the end zone, right? From where they were. But again, everything adds up as you said, and the fact that they went 3 for 3 on fourth down, that really hurt.
All right, just getting started here. We've talked a lot about the offense in that segment. Let's talk about the defense. And you can't give up scoring possessions on 6 of 7 drives and expect to win a football game when we come back in a moment.
Deja vu.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam. and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Get in the game this holiday season with Dallas Cowboys youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Athletes ages 6 to 16 take holiday hustle to football camps on December 23rd and 27th. Future DCCs sparkle with America's sweethearts on December 27th. Spend your holiday break learning from the best. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
Are we not voting for the fan of the year?
It's not down here now, buddy. I guess he won. Oh.
He must have won already.
Well, at least somebody did.
Somebody won. I don't know. He ain't on there. This is updated information here, sir.
All right, we continue with Mix Shots. By the way, we should mention that we will not have a show tomorrow,
right?
Because you're in the community doing great things, right?
Doing your things,
handing out Christmas presents with the Salvation Army.
All right, very good. All right.
Can't beat the Salvation Army, man. Good stuff.
And we're missing you, Heckma, today, and we expect Heckma to be back on Wednesday when we reconvene. All right, let's talk defense now. And I'm telling you, third possession on in this game. Now, okay, the first possession, second play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Wilson blitzes, ball gets batted up in the air, including by the quarterback, and Quinnen Williams has his first career interception. And the Cowboys are in position to fake a field goal and score a touchdown and take the early lead in the game.
Do you think they set a record for the most plays from the 35-yard line in? They had 11 plays.
Really?
What it was?
35 in.
Well, here's what I know. They listened to Mick Shots because we told them they need to start off faster.
Right.
That's right.
That's the first thing they did.
They did.
Came out strong, and no 3-pointers. No. We want to please Mick Shots.
That's right.
They give us the old no-look pass, and
Yep, no-look pass from Brian Anger to Brandon Aubrey.
We're up 7-0.
That's right.
With the ball.
All right, and then the Vikings get the ball back, and it's a punt. Okay. Now, it was a good punt. It was a punt that was 64 yards.
Well, you got
to catch it.
No, that's what I mean. It turned out to be a good punt in that it went 64
yards. If it's that good, you got enough.
You think it was in his head, oh, no, I can't fair catch it. Right?
You know what? It was such a bad punt.
Right. He couldn't get to
it. It was such a bad punt that there was a Vikings player between Cavante and the ball where he could not come up and catch the ball.
Well, it was the Cowboy player as well.
Yeah,
he was still blocking.
Gunner was there
with him, Gunner.
Right,
and that's a good strategy because it does give the guy pause. Well, like if I go over here, he might hit me. I might hit them. I might miss the ball. Next thing you know, they get it.
That's right. But from a Vikings perspective, the good thing on the punt for them was that it rolled farther than it traveled in the air. And the Cowboys were then pinned down back at their own 3-yard line to start that drive, which flipped the field. And then, starting with the Vikings' third possession, they go 2 plays, 54 yards or whatever it was for a touchdown. And their next 7 possessions, the Vikings score on 6 of those 7 possessions. And 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
And we're not talking going against the zone. Well, just man-to-man. They beat us in every defense we tried to play. And I don't know how that is. Like I said, the only success we had was when they threw to Jefferson. That's the only time we felt good about any pass play.
He's either going to overthrow him or Jefferson on one of them.
Just dropped it.
Uh-huh.
I was like...
He was so surprised it was on target that it actually got on him pretty fast, I think. So
well, I don't care.
I mean, he still adjusted.
He got off of it fast, too. I mean, he got up and ran over to the huddle, and I guess he apologized.
Sorry what I said about that. Sorry what I said about all those overthrows.
Right. But no,
but you got to get a stop.
You have to get a stop. This defense is so confusing to me because we have the talent, but the scheme itself has to be the problem, because you can't tell me that this group of players that we have on that front I just take the front four. I think if you have a front four with a good scheme, even that front four, no matter who the linebackers are behind you, they should make more plays than they're making. We should still get more pressure than we're getting, which makes no sense to me when we have these studs on our defensive line. We should not be – there's no way that Jared Goff should be sitting back in the pocket having a good time. There's no way that J.J. should be doing the same thing. Not the entire game. I just didn't they were maybe pressured. What do you think? They had maybe –
you got pressures. Your next-gen stats,
maybe
Mickey?
8 pressures?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking something.
Is he?
I don't know.
No, I was looking something up.
Is it about what we're talking about? Or
no.
The previous segment.
He had said they got off to such a good start, right? Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there going, well, we forget in the third quarter they were up 20-17, right?
Yeah.
And they got up 23-17 too.
Well, the problem
Cowboys
was they had a 3rd and 8, and they got a false start. So now it's 3rd and 13.
Yeah.
And they ended up 4th and 3 at the 18-yard line. And I'm sitting there, do not kick a field goal. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I did. I wanted to go for it then too.
And he was like, and he answered it.
Yeah.
Schottenheimer. He said we needed points. But I'm sitting there going, okay, you're up 23-17, touchdown, you're behind.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And they took a deliberate delay of game. And it was like, no, just go for it. You're at the 18. At least they got to drive all that way if you don't get it.
What? And see,
Sorry.
No. That change there, that's the difference between last night and how he coached during this stretch.
Or the beginning of the
aggression.
game. And then he didn't.
Even the beginning of the game.
Right.
There you go. Even the beginning of the game. Now you can't. This is not the time to step back now. This is the time that we got to have, what the young people talk about.
And then in Nate Thomas' defense, there's no defense, but the blitz was coming, and he just overreacted. Unfortunately, and then it's 24-23, and
but okay, to your point on kicking the field goal on 4th and 3 at the 18, Schottenheimer kicks the field goal. Okay. All right, it's 23-17. Vikings' next drive is when they had the 4th and 3 at the Dallas 37-yard line, and they go for it. And that was a 23-yard pass to Naylor, and they wound up getting a touchdown on that drive to take the lead 24-23.
See, and then that next possession,
they don't have the weapon. They don't have the weapon at place kicker that the Cowboys have, so they don't try the 55-yard field goal and go for it.
Yeah, but once again, aggression paid off.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I wrote down all day in the pocket on that play, 23 yard
What
pass.
other play?
And then there was,
so many
and then the one I mentioned, it was 1st and goal at the 4, and they batted the ball incomplete, and that's when they called illegal contact on Murray, which wasn't on Murray. So it goes from 2nd to 1st and goal at the 1, and 2 plays later, touchdown.
He was able.
First time the guy ran the ball the whole season, the fullback.
C.J. Ham, the
first
fullback.
Time.
That was an unscouted look.
And he got a touchdown, 1 yard.
Okay, Mickey, can you talk about the first touchdown by J.J. McCarthy on the 4th down on the goal line?
Oh.
We talked about it off the air. I want to hear you rant on the air.
I said if there's any indignity to losing is allowing him to run that play fake, and he trots into the end zone laughing, right? Okay, real funny, huh? Yeah, that was a killer.
I mean,
they blitzed and made the tackle on the guy that didn't get the ball.
I know. I mean,
don't you
got to be intelligent?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Got to use
how
your
many
eyes.
people can? No, it's not even that. If I'm on a corner lining up, I'm like, I'm not going for that.
Right.
It's just that simple.
And it's
whoever's setting the edge, be smart.
Exactly.
But that's college reaction. That's a high school reaction. And oh man, we got too many veterans on this team for something like that to happen. It was so bad. Peyton Manning would be envious of that same play. That's how bad that was, because Peyton's was bad. I mean, he ran slower than Peyton did. It just made no sense.
Well, maybe that's what happens when you fail to get any pressure on the opposing quarterback. They never sacked him once. They hurried him maybe 4 times, maybe 5 times at the most.
When you're in this kind of situation, Spags, you're so busy looking out for everything, you don't see anything.
Right.
And because, once again, the margin for error is so slim. And so when you're trying to talk about, well, watch this, watch that, watch this, some inexperienced guy, I guess we did have some inexperienced DBs out there that, they're getting caught up in the moment. That's not what veterans do, and even if I was a coach, I would have sent someone out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone on the sidelines is watch the bootleg, watch the fake. You don't just this is not DeSoto, This is not DeSoto. We play smart. We play with poise, and that as you get desperate, it's harder and harder to do that.
We don't have a show tomorrow. We won't convene again until Wednesday, and so I want to get Everson's thoughts on the veteran that did not play in this game and hasn't played in the last 8 games, and what's going on with Trayvon Diggs when we come back here on Mick Shots in just a moment.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pregame sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Capture frame-worthy holiday photos with Santa at the Star, presented by Monument Realty. Santa will be spreading holiday cheer from November 21st all the way through Christmas Eve. For more information and to book your visit, head to thestardistrict.com/Santa.
Welcome back to the second day of the 12 days of Christmas for your Cowboys team. Got the Chargers on Sunday, at the Washington Commanders on Christmas Day at noon. And let's talk some more about what happened on Sunday night. The 34-26 loss to the Vikings, which was the now 8th straight game that Trayvon Diggs has missed. And the news came down on Saturday that he would not be activated from injured reserve. despite the fact during the week it sounded like that he was trending towards playing. We even talked about it here on the show, I think, that there was
we sure did.
possibility or good possibility he'd be playing. And so what do you think's going on here?
Well, right now, I'm a little confused because at one point we thought we knew exactly what was going on with Trayvon Diggs in regards to his non-participation and his attitude. It seemed to be in the locker room and on the field itself. And then we see some bright optimism when it came down to his participation.
From him.
From him,
of
yes.
course. Yeah, we're
Him talking.
from him.
Not from anybody
last
in
week.
charge.
No, they've been giving him the stiff arm. He's been getting the Heisman from the organization themselves. So,
And it was always about consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It was across the board, whoever talked about it, talking about needing to be more consistent.
well, when you look at this team and you look at the makeup of the secondary, we really could use him.
If, indeed,
We really
he's ready to
need
play.
him if he's ready to play.
Right.
Jerry talks about health with him.
Yeah,
That ain't.
I watched
Yeah.
when they do their individual drills.
I wouldn't go
He
with that.
seemed to be moving just fine. Something else is up.
Well, it's like you said. He's in a whole nother category in regards to the relationship in this organization. You know, they don't know. They seem to know what he's going to do come next year or even the end of the end of this season. As far as I'm concerned, and for the fans are concerned, I think they've given up on him.
Well, first of all, the only guy that didn't play in the game was Joe Milton. So 48 guys, however many it was, they all played. Now, to get him on the 53, you got to cut somebody.
Yeah.
Now, I can't imagine they couldn't find somebody to say, all right, last minute we're going to let you go, and then we'll put you on the practice squad. Although I don't know that you wanted to give up on any of the guys that were inactive. Tolbert, Blue, Guyton, for injury reasons, Toya, and Winfrey. But you got to cut somebody to put them on.
You either cut them or there's an injury. You can put them on.
Yeah, and I think maybe
which
that's
puts
what
them out for the season at this point.
they were hoping for, and it didn't occur. I
refuse
refuse to believe.
A lot of sometimes it just kind of takes care of
It's
itself
convenient.
because somebody
It's a convenient mishap.
tweaks a
I
knee or
understand,
something.
Yeah, hamstring. I refuse to believe that they were just trying to save $58,000 because that's
Which is
his
Are
per
they-
game
bonus.
Are they trying to save him for whoever he's going to?
Well, in
Do they want? Are they
or
trying
make
not
sure
to
he
damage the
doesn't
goods?
hurt that knee.
Yeah.
Depending on what they want to
So
do
that
after
means that their
this.
minds are pretty much would be made up. And if you use that scenario, their mind is made up.
Right.
That okay, we're just gonna hold him over like China. We don't want to break the China.
And,
like Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
There you go. Same thing.
and I'm sure they're still upset with the home accident that put him in concussion protocol.
Right.
So I just think there's something.
Best kept secret in
Yes.
town, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
Nobody can keep a secret anywhere, but we want to know about this one, and we cannot find out.
Yeah.
You can
It's-
only speculate.
But it's coming to a head this week because his 21-day window is up this week.
Right.
So if he's not activated for the Chargers game on Sunday.
No. It would be after. This is his
Okay.
last 7 days. So it would
Right.
have to be
for
next,
the
the
Washington.
following Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
before
For the-
Christmas.
so for the Washington. So it's coming to a head within the next 8 days.
Yeah.
Whether he's going to be shut down for the season or active.
I gotta say, I don't like those broken relationships, especially when you have someone who was as valuable to this team as Diggs has been. When it comes to your mind and your heart, it ain't always in it. And it kind of it betrays you because it puts you in a bad light sometimes because you don't react well to what's going on. And right now, he's just not reacting well. We know he's a hell of a player, but he's just at the time that this was started happening. He just wasn't presenting himself in the best light.
Well, if you look at the games he played previously, it didn't look like he was all in.
Yeah.
I mean, his coverage, whatever they were asking him to do, wasn't top notch.
That was really early on.
Yeah.
You could only improve from there,
right?
Which there was some improvement, but it just didn't. It didn't lead to success for us.
Well, and the other thing is, his attitude towards the team was almost like Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
Parsons' attitude towards the team didn't improve until he was in contract negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was all in, right? And with Diggs, he was kind of the same way. Then when he came back after his stay on injured reserve, it was almost like, oh, I'm interacting. I'm part of the team during warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with everybody. And it was
I think
he's change.
And I think the tragedy that we had a lot to do with that as well. I think he couldn't help but be drawn in by the closeness that was surrounding this team, and that's a good thing.
Almost by osmosis, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to just organically. You see the attitude of everyone around here. You couldn't help but be infected by that.
Right.
And so I'm hoping, maybe it's too late, but I'm hoping that gives him a totally new light, that shines a totally new light on what he thinks about this team and his future with this team.
Now, I know playing ping pong in the locker room with your teammates is not always a signal, but I never saw Parsons interact until that contract was being negotiated, and Jerry kept talking about a leader. All of a sudden, he's playing ping pong with the guy. Well, there wasn't a ping pong table there before, but just being in the locker room with the guy. And then, like a month ago, all of a sudden, Diggs is in there interacting.
Well, either you interact or you're all alone.
Yeah.
Because that team.
Because everybody else
else is all in.
Yeah.
And so if he's forced to come in, then that's fine, as long as the result is he's in.
Yeah.
And
are you ready to play?
Well, right now,
healthy.
I think it's are they ready for you to play?
Right.
Right now, I think that's where we are. I think it may be out of his hands.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Because he can say what he wants.
Yep.
It's up to them if he's playing or not.
And if they gave me a vote, I want him here. I want him here. We need some talent in our secondary. We got to have it.
And if you were Trayvon right now, with 3 games left in this season, and not knowing what your future is here, and with the 1% chance of making the playoffs, what would you want to do right now? Would you want to play in games now, or just?
If I would trade, I want to play. I'm sorry. Any player wants to play. That's the question. Should you play? That's a whole other thing. If I just came off of a knee injury, I had surgery and all of that, and I've been ramping up all this time, I want to play.
You want the payoff to all that work you've been putting in.
And if nothing else, show somebody else that I can play.
Right.
Since it's out of my hands, show somebody else that I can play. Okay, it's my fault. Yes. Now here we are. You hold the cards. I want to show somebody else out there what I can do, because right now, yes, my fault, but right now, I don't trust your decision for me. Yes, it's my fault, but now, even though you hold the cards, I still have to do what's best for me, starting from here.
It's confirmed Micah Parsons has a torn ACL, and, of course, Patrick Mahomes with a torn ACL as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough day yesterday. Just a tough day for football.
And we have failed to point out that your 1% chance means the Cowboys got to win 3 in a row, and the Eagles have to lose all 3.
Right.
And the Eagles, 3 games, or 2 against Washington, 1 at Buffalo.
Well, watch out for them Commanders.
Yeah, okay. You think he'll help us out? You think
they're on a winning streak? They beat the Giants.
And there's no chance as far as a wild card?
I started counting up, and there's
about 5 teams.
5 teams.
Right.
The only team, had they won, at least they would have passed Carolina.
Yeah.
Which is 7-7, and you would have been 7.
It's like every team ahead of us, they beat us. It's almost
well, Detroit
or tied.
Carolina,
and Green Bay tied,
and Green Bay tied.
Come on, man.
And Chicago.
Yes,
but they're in first place.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Makes me feel better.
The Bears.
And Minnesota's almost past you now.
6-8.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Phillip Rivers.
Unbelievable.
I can't even comment.
It was the only thing bad was it didn't pay off in a win.
Right. And he had the lead, right?
He had the lead. They kick a field goal to go up 16-15 and late in the game, and then the Seahawks come down and kick a 56-yard field goal.
And you got Dak back here running for his life. You know what I'm saying?
The classic thing. Did you see the video of Rivers High School team in Alabama? They had a watch party, of course.
Oh, I saw something. Yeah,
St. Michael's Catholic High School, whatever. They're all around a TV, and when he threw the touchdown pass, the place, of course, erupts. So, anyway.
I when I see him sitting back there in the pocket, I always got a chance to win. I see Dak back here playing his butt off, and don't get me started.
Yeah.
I mean, got a defense can't
and you
keep him in the lead.
You made a good point when you said he was cocking, like he was ready, and it's like no,
that's the way Mahomes was. Same way.
Should have rolled him out just from the start.
Yeah.
All right. That does it for a Monday edition of Mick Shots. Enjoy your Monday and Tuesday, and we will see you again on Wednesday at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!